Y'all, when I put on my Thanksgiving fit, let's talk. Address let's address the pumpkin in the room. Pumpkin Gentleman, or Pumpkin the Gentleman, is a digital artist who recently, and by recently I mean this summer, got in trouble with the art community on Twitter for doing some pretty not okay things. On Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, over the summer there was an art trend saying, oh, draw your character in this weirdly suggestive outfit. Draw your character wearing these clothes. And, like, a bunch of people were doing it. It was a popular art trend at the time, but it is obviously a pretty sexually suggestive outfit. He, as a digital artist, joined in, and at this time, he had 16 plus in his bio. I think it's still there. A lot of the people who enjoy or did enjoy his art were, believe it or not, around 16, give or take a couple years. So obviously it's not okay to let kids see what is basically softcore. But of course, like any other social media personality who's been bullied into the depths of hell, he backtracked with, in Japan, it's actually normal for these things to happen. In Japan, it's okay for 16-year-olds to see things like this. You know, in Japan. I don't have a screenshot of him saying that it was okay in Japan, but I do have, this. You're not... Are you serious? Like, you're not joking, right? Like, this was a real thing that he said online, and, like, I don't think this picture is edited. Like, I think this is, like, I guess at some point he lived in Japan or like grew up in Japan, or I don't know. I'm taking his word for it because he mentioned living in Japan. So obviously when you live somewhere for a long time, you are affected by the culture and the things that happen in that area. Either way, just because it's okay in another country does not make it okay everywhere. The laws in one country are not equal to the laws of another. So when you expose children to your drawing of your character basically naked, how do you think that makes you look? Twitter is international. The internet is international. When you post things on the internet, they are not localized to the area that you're in. They are everywhere. It goes everywhere. Also related to minors, children, teenagers, people who are still in school. Why does he do this? Multiple times he has said some questionable things to people who have enjoyed his content who were very much under 18. But what if he didn't know? Don't say anything? But he didn't initiate the interaction. Listen carefully. A lot of young fans of celebrities like to say, oh my god, marry me, because they really like the celebrity, even though that's next to impossible. Now I want you to imagine that the celebrity responded and said, haha, when you're older, and then water it down a little bit so that the celebrity is less popular. That's what this is! And it's gross! I'm just going down like a list of incidents he's had, so these aren't really in any chronological order, so if I get anything wrong, just be quiet for me. Another key offending moment is his kind of weird behavior towards his friends or mutuals. Like, on at least 3 separate occasions, he's drawn himself touching people in ways that you should not touch people other than your significant other. I specifically want to talk about this one because it is quite possibly the worst of the 3. This was originally in response to a comic this person made about insecurities. They posted talking about discomfort with their body, and was, in their words, a super vulnerable post. So, Mr. Pumpkin Not So Gentleman responds with this monstrosity of a drawing. Wow, guys, I love the internet. Everyone is so sweet and considerate. What's so bothersome is the fact that they did not ask for this art to be drawn for them. This went completely unprompted. He saw someone talking about their personal struggles with their body image and went, I know what would be a good idea. Can I draw myself biting you? This is completely okay and normal, and I should do this to people. Sometime after he got flamed for posting the weirdest art ever, I guess he posted a video revealing his hair or something, and he used these drawings to do so. A little weird, but it's whatever. Because of the absurdity of these drawings, just trying to show people his hair, people for a while were just recreating the images and laughing about it. And I can't lie, half of the jokes made me laugh because I am a simple individual with a terrible sense of humor. Similarly to that situation, the dad fit. This isn't really an issue per se, but it was really unnecessary. At some point, he posted a video captioned, "Y'all, when I put on my dad fit, I smell daddy issues. I sense daddy issues." I guess it was supposed to mean like, "Oh my god, I'm wearing dad clothes. Oh my god, he's wearing dad clothes. Oh my god, that's so, heart eyes emoji. Heart eyes emoji, he's wearing dad clothes. You want me to be your dad so bad." This, of course, also got run into the ground. Here's a video referencing it that always makes me have a little chuckle.
All of you, all of you, when I put on my father's attire. Splendid. I do say, all of you, when I put on my father's, hold the phones. I am fresher than the morning bread from a bakery. I do say so myself. Gentlemen, it is in your best interest to hide your missus. There's a new tiger in town. You want a familiar rock? There's a party inside my city, yeah.
Whatever, back to the pumpkin freak. My main issue with this is the use of the term daddy issues. Like, I feel like it's been misused and turned around to mean a bunch of other things that it just doesn't mean. A lot of times people use the term daddy issues to mean, oh my god, I think older men are so attractive, he's old enough to be my dad. Which, first of all, that's gross! But it's supposed to mean that at some point, your father was not emotionally or physically present and caused lasting issues in your life. That's what it means to have daddy issues. Now, I'm sure that's not textbook definition, but like, that's basically what it means, and it's probably a lot closer than whatever that sentient Halloween decoration thought it meant. So that's Pumpkin Gentleman's history. It's probably not everything that's happened leading up to today, but those are like the main things that have happened that have gotten him under fire. There are videos that go into a lot more detail than I do on him, specifically on the way he's spoken to people who are under the age of the big 1-8. So if you're curious about that, there is a lot more on the internet. I unfortunately could not find enough information to support that he actually was weird around kids. Just a couple comments and replies from Twitter and TikTok. Moving on to the cause of this video's existence. Recently on TikTok, our good pumpkin buddy posted these pictures of him in his new hat. And, oh boy, oh my god, it restarted the hate train for him all over again. The main issue is the criticism on the color of his skin. There is a lot. There are parts of him in the pictures that he posted covered up, like the top half of his face and his hand. And people's main issue is that the color of his hand that he drew over his real hand is a different color. So what? Some clarification. I don't like this guy, okay? I think his past actions are weird, and I don't support them, and I pray to God he never does them again. That being said, I also do not like racism. In the past, he stated like, hey, I am biracial. No, I am not faking. And from an artist's perspective, digital art is a pain in the ass sometimes. Like, if you've ever tried to color pick a specific color from an image, it is really hard. The color is not going to be exact, and sometimes you just have to go with it. Claiming that somebody faked their race because, oh, he's lighter in this picture than he is in the other one, is insane. Here's 2 pictures of me. Here's the color of my skin in those 2 pictures. Does this mean I'm faking or changing my race? No, it means lighting changes, and y'all are seriously weird for jumping on him for something that he cannot control. The weirdest thing about this picture is the fact that he covered up his hand. Like, there's nothing private about a hand. I respect it. Do what you want, what you need. It's the internet. Do whatever you need to. That is all. And that was a lot. To conclude the yapping, I want to say that he has apologized for at least some of these things. He has an entire TikTok playlist and at least one YouTube video on his channel addressing the allegations and accusations against him and the things that he's done. I have not watched most of them, but they are available. That being said, please don't go and make his situation worse, regardless of how you feel about all the freaky stuff that he did in the past. His comments are literally already full of people pointing fingers. I don't like his actions, but I respect him, his privacy, and his mental health. If you're still here, thank you. Thank you very much. Don't be like him. Draw cute animals instead, because animals are awesome and little kids not so much. Okay? Okay.